Hi guys,
Hi everyone.
I'm Shania,
I'm Julie.
and welcome back to ForWhy.
Yeah.
Yeah, today we're going to be talking about reality dating shows and how we would navigate them if we were in them. So this is
Yeah, we're
great,
gonna talk about like recent reality TV shows or the ones that we watch at least.
basically, because we can't really talk about the ones that we don't. But we're going to
Yeah.
start off with Take Me Out, and then we'll do Love Island, and then we'll do Too Hot to Handle and Love Is Blind.
Love is
Whatever order we
Blind
get into.
season 2 coming out later this year.
I'm actually really excited for that, like because Cameron and Lauren, they really just set my expectations so high.
But that was so good because they filmed it like 2 years before and then they released it and then you found out that it was filmed 2 years
I
before.
know.
So then you could
And
check
then
up on them 2 years later. It's so much better than just a few weeks after.
I know, or like a month, and it's like, well, obviously they're still going to be together after a month. Like that's so dumb.
Yeah.
But I think they did that so well, and the fact that they had to hide that from people for 2 years is mad.
They really came through. Like I was really rooting for them. I was like, they seem like the only ones that are actually healthy and good
That
for
was
each other.
so genuine. Do you remember fucking Damien and what's her name? Oh, I forgot her name.
Yeah, the ones that were acting like in a movie. Yeah, she was like in a movie.
Yeah,
She was in a
she was
not
like in
even
a
a rom com.
telenovela.
She was yeah, yeah.
She was great. I actually don't remember her name though, but like she was
What was
genuinely
her name?
Oscar goes to her. I don't know. She has bipolar in that show though, because like she was really in love and then she was like, I hate him.
Do you
I hate
remember
him
the
so much.
lady that fed wine to her dog?
Oh, what's her name? I feel like her name is Jessica.
Jessica
I don't know
and
if that's
Mark.
her
They
name.
were
Is that her name actually?
yeah, I think
Okay,
so.
great. Because I just called her Jessica. Like she looks like a Jessica, so I
No,
wonder
she
if that's
isn't
her name.
Jessica. But remember, she was like, he's 10 years younger, and then she gave her dog wine, and it was just like, what
I
is
was
going
like,
on?
what the hell? And you know, she was more immature than he was. So what's the point when you mentioned the age difference when like you're actually just insane? How do you feed your dog wine? Like who does that? I don't even own pets and I know that's wrong.
I feel like call animal services at that point.
If somebody should have. That
But
poor
that
dog.
show was absolutely like the whole concept is a bit crazy because it ends with marriage, and it's very like,
Begins with marriage.
yeah, it's a lot
Yeah.
to
It's
go
a lot
into the
to
dating show with the end goal to get married. Like, I don't know.
it's a bit too ambitious for me. Like personally, I just couldn't, like to you. I just met you. I've been in what a 4 year relationship, and it's been on and off. So it's like I don't think I could commit to someone in marriage that I met in a week.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
there's the fact, and then they haven't. I know the whole point is like you don't see them, and I know, yeah, you like fall in love with the character and the personality of a person. But like, what if he's really ugly? Like, what if I don't find him attractive at all?
do you know what I
Physically.
mean? Like they removed the aspect of sex. Like sex isn't important. Like it actually is. People can say, "Oh yeah, no, you can like grow to learn sexual chemistry." Sometimes you can't. Like
Yeah, that's what I mean. And
just
then I feel like
sometimes
it
it
just
happens.
you just be good friends because you got
Do you know what
along
I mean?
love
Like you
with
could
each
just be
other.
best friends. Like some people are just not meant to be in your life, and sometimes you love someone you're not even meant to be with them, but you think marriage is like the best way to go. If Lauren and Cameron do get divorced, though, I'm suing. I'm
Yeah.
suing.
But I'm thinking, do you think they're filming the one they already filmed the next season and they're doing the same thing where they wait to release it so they can do the reunion episode so much later? Maybe not 2 years, obviously, but maybe like a year because it's been a year since they filmed
I
the
think
first
they
one.
already. I feel like they already set it up for 2 years.
Yeah.
Because like and then COVID happened, so maybe it like forced them to be like together all the time, so it'll be like the same concept but more intense because of COVID.
It's gonna be spicy. I love that show was so messy. Like I
It was
remember you and me just watching it because we were bored. Like I remember it was like we'll just watch
yeah,
it because Love Island's not on yet, and it just came out during like the first quarantine. Like
yeah, we were both at home and just
yeah,
chilling.
and then it
Yeah,
was just like
It
I
was
don't know.
so good.
Yeah.
But like, are you surprised that only, what was it, 5 couples came out of that?
Yeah, but then some of them like left, like they went to the wedding, like the actual preparing a wedding, and then on the wedding day were like, no, never mind. I'm like, you didn't know before? And oh
You
my
know what
god,
I mean? Like,
wasn't her name who ran from the altar in a wedding dress? Like it was very dramatic. Someone
oh,
ran, do you remember?
the same girl that we don't know the name of, like
It's
the
something with
telenovela one.
G. It's something with G. G.
No, I don't want to assume. I don't want to like just say a name and just assume, even though Jessica is Jessica. Because I feel
need
like her
to
name was
Google
like Georgina.
it. It was something with G and it was something Italian. That's all I
Yeah,
remember.
like something interest. Like, I don't know. It was very
Oh,
fitting as well.
Janina.
Ah,
Janina.
okay. I was close. I wasn't close. I lied.
Yeah. That was a lot.
She was so dramatic. I feel like, why would you even bother? Like, you went through the honeymoon stage, you went through all of that, and then you went to that actual commitment. You got dressed up, you put your makeup on, for you to just run away, for you to dip.
I feel like they got told by the producers just go until the last second.
No, but didn't she say yes and he said no?
Yeah, and then she ran. Or did she run?
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure. It was very dramatic. But they
Either
got back
way.
together. They got back together after, didn't they?
I don't remember. All I know is that they just did not belong to each other. They just was not it. They were not a good couple.
Do you remember?
Because
you know, only the one that got engaged went onto the honeymoon.
Yeah.
There was the 2 black people that dated, and
Carlton, and I don't know her name, but I just know his name was Carlton.
He was bisexual, and he only told her. Wasn't her name Diamond?
Yes, there we go.
Wow, where in my mind was that stored?
I don't know. All I thought, I was like, oh, it's a stripper name, but I didn't want to say it because I don't want to be rude.
He was bisexual, but then he didn't tell her when they were like doing the whole blind
together. Yeah.
But then he told her on their honeymoon, and she was like really freaked out by it. And
do you think that's important?
I remember online there was a huge debate. People like, yeah, but she needs to know what she's getting into. But in my head, I was like, but it's not like he told her he's gay and she's the woman. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I get you.
I was a bit confused. Yeah.
Because he's still attracted to her and willing to commit to her. So it's like the aspects of him liking men as well, like, doesn't necessarily matter right now.
Yeah, she was
he's
saying
choosing to marry.
I remember she was saying he should have told her before. But I was like, is it that the issue, or is the issue that you can't deal
with his sexuality?
Yeah. But I don't know this woman, so I don't want to.
You kind of assume. But my thing is, I get what she means. Like, I feel like that's a big part of who you are, and you didn't tell me. So it's like, what the hell? But also, like, once you tell me, okay. But also,
I feel like it's something you should be able to decide when you tell someone. I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I don't think you should be forced to tell anybody anything. But the fact is, they're in a situation where they're rushed to be married. Like, it's an intense environment. So something as important like that, why would you wait till now to be like, hey, by the way? Plus, he was being a dick. Like, throughout.
Oh my god! Remember, he was like, "Fix your weave," and I was like, "Oh my god!"
I was like, "Oh my god, you can't say that to a black woman on TV, on Netflix,
on Netflix, not even national TV. It's like international. Like,
it's on Netflix, worldwide. You can't say that about a black woman. That's so mad. Like,
it's so rude. It's just so rude. Like,
I couldn't. And it was just like, he was so trying to be overly masculine that it just was like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, it was embarrassing. It was just very embarrassing.
It was super embarrassing because his femininity was still like peeping through his masculinity. So it's like, what is wrong with you? Like, he's insane. It's just, but
yeah, it was a lot. I was like, Jesus. Okay, we don't have to come for appearances of people just because she didn't like. I don't know. It was from both sides. I was like, I was happy they broke it off right then and there.
I was like, same. I feel like if he just spoke to, even though he kept it from her, if he just spoke to her like a regular human being and just like was so sincere and genuine about what he's saying, she wouldn't have had the reaction she did. Like he
Yeah.
was being a dick for so long, and then and then he came out with that. I feel like she would have been like more considerate to it, but because he behaved that way, I think he ruined it.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It was just very strange, the whole situation. And it was like in the middle of the night, I think, and I don't know.
Yeah, and then he threw the ring in the pool or something, and I
Oh
was
my
just like,
God.
the drama of it all. Wow, I love it. So, what do you think you'd be like in that dating show then, like in that scene? Well, not that
In
scene, but scenario.
in Love is Blind.
Yeah.
First of all, I wouldn't go on it because I don't want to, like, for now, in this state of mind, in my current age, in my current position, I don't think I want to get married. I don't want to say I don't want to ever get married because I don't know myself in 20 years, okay? I don't know her yet, so I don't want to make judgment about her.
I don't know.
But but right now, I don't think I want to get married anyway because I think you can just be with someone. You don't need the paper saying that you are together. So I wouldn't even go on that.
You sound like my man. I can't. That's what he says as well.
I think that's a lot of young people anyway.
Am I like a traditionalist? Because I feel like
I think for a lot of women, it's also like the event rather than the actual
thing.
marriage. Like it's more the wedding. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for me, it's more like a spiritual commitment between me and my partner, and it's like a combining of two families into one. And even though like we had this whole thing, we spoke about religion and stuff, I still have some of that in me that I would want to do it in church in front of God. So it's like it's a community of myself.
I couldn't even do it in church if I wanted to.
You couldn't?
No, because I'm not. Because you need like I'm baptized and I had my communion, but then I'm missing like the third one, and I never did it because I stopped believing. Yeah.
I feel like you can do it in the Church of England though.
Yeah, Church of England just doesn't give a fuck. Church of England really got invented so a man could divorce, but
100%.
We discussed.
Yeah, really. But like, I feel like you can do it there. So even if you wanted to, which you probably don't, but it's still an option.
But anyway, so if I was on the show, let's just say I was desperate to get married.
100%, yeah.
First of all, I feel like if I speak to someone and I've never seen them before, and I can't imagine a face, I will just imagine something way like too good looking. Like I feel like I'm just gonna
100%.
You know how it's when you're reading a book and then you imagine
I literally was about to say that. I was literally
about to say that. It's just not like, I don't know.
Oh my God, literally. Okay, we're going to talk about book adaptations later, but because you mentioned that, it still pisses me off that Callum looked the way he looked in Noughts and Crosses. Like I imagined for some reason this fine ass white man.
I think he's good looking.
You think he's good looking? Ginny, no, I imagine this.
I think he's so good looking.
You're fired. Go away. I imagine this. I don't know what I imagined, but I imagined this just like this fine, just a vanilla milkshake coming and just swooping my chocolate.
You imagine Justin Timberlake, and let's move on.
I don't know. Okay, I didn't imagine him as Justin Timberlake, but I just imagine this like this ice cream man, just this fine vanilla man, just like scooping me up.
I thought he was attractive, but I think he looks quite young. But then they were young, weren't they? So
yeah, they were meant to be young, but still, that whole thing was an issue. But we'll talk about that in the next podcast.
But anyway, that would be me on the show. I would be talking to this person. Imagine we really connect. We like the same things. We have the same ideals, whatever. I would be like, wow. And then they describe themselves to each other, but you can only do so much. Like you can say, I have blue eyes and I have brown hair and I am white.
Just about to ask, how would you describe yourself? Like because it's a blind situation, so how would you be like, this is who I am?
But there's like this thing where you can never really see what you look like because you only see yourself through mirrors and pictures, and it's always a bit
Distorted.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you could only do the basics like your hair color, your skin color, your eye color, your I don't know, your shape.
Body type,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. And I'll just be like, I have curly hair. I've got black curly hair. A brown skin tone. I don't even know.
But
Dark
there's so
eyes.
much
I just the basic.
like bone structure, like your nose, your lips, your eyebrows, your eye
Is that
shape.
writing
Like
an essay? That's long.
I don't know how. Like if you know those people that work in police stations that draw faces,
Yeah, you don't know
they
how
would
they
probably
do
be
that.
good at that. Yeah,
Yeah, probably. I don't know how they do that successfully because
it's a talent. Like yeah. These people are
yeah,
so talented. I don't know.
it's quite mad. But yeah, I don't know if I could do that show because, like I said, marriage is so like a spiritual thing. I don't think I could just rush into it and then do that in front of people because I don't know these people. Like I really have to be invested in you, your family, what else you got going on in your life for me to be like I do. So I don't think I could ever go on that show. But if I did, I don't know. Because
I
like
also
talking
feel
to
like
someone, just like talking on the phone, innit? Like I don't need
yeah,
to see you to talk to you. So
but I feel like when you see someone and you can look them in the face when you're having like deep, meaningful conversations, it's different.
yeah, 100%.
So I don't know, because sometimes they were talking about really deep stuff. I remember. So I don't know.
They're like looking at the ceiling and like
Maybe it makes it
shit.
easier to talk about it, but I feel like you connect more when you can look each other in the face.
Yeah. Oh my God, do you remember that guy who was with that girl? They're the other couple. They were quite young, and he had like 5 women on the go, and he didn't even know which one to pick.
Oh my
And he
God,
ended
who
up
was
picking the
that?
crazy girl. I
Yeah,
don't know,
yeah.
but he
Oh
ended up
no,
liking her, and they still
no, it was
married.
the girl. He went with the girl that had like debts and that didn't want to work. You remember? She was like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know,
The
I
crazy
haven't got
girl.
it.
Yeah, but she didn't tell him that until they saw each other. So it
But
was
they
too
still
late.
stayed
But she
together
was
as
already kind of
well.
cuckoo. Mm,
They stayed together as well.
I know, which is kind of insane, but we
But
moved.
wasn't
I'm
there
glad they
one?
didn't.
There was one that was talking to Lauren, and then he said, "You sound black" or something like that, and it was like, Okay." Like I
Yeah,
remember.
like what does that even mean? Like to me, she doesn't even speak in like of. So it's like what? Oh,
I don't
African
know. When he said that, I was
vernacular.
like, I know he didn't mean anything by it, but I was like,
But what does that even mean? Like I don't like what does that mean? I actually would have been so pissed off. I would have been like, but explain to me how I sound black. What does black sound like? How do you sound white? Like fuck
yeah,
off.
I
Like
don't, I don't even know.
it's just rude. But yeah, no, I feel like I'd be that person who had like 5 men and I'd be like, I don't know who to pick, and then I'll just pick the one that has because I like people, I like different personalities. So I'd be like, oh my God,
I
I
would
have so many options.
definitely connect with someone for like have a massive crush on them, and that would get disappointed.
Oh, 100%. You'd be like, oh, this is what you really look. Not even just looks, just like this is what you're like in real life. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd just be a mess. Okay, next show. What show should we talk about?
Oh, let's do the complete opposite because I feel like Love is Blind is really like commitment.
True.
You're going in there to get married. So let's talk about
Yeah.
Take Me Out, which is like the least commitment because you're just going there to go on a date. It's very casual. It's very fun. It's not as
It's
serious.
cutesy. It's like, ah, okay, so I don't know people who don't know the show. There's a lineup of women, and a man comes down, and he like.
You also have where it's man and then a woman comes down.
Oh, do you guys have that? We only have women. As the lineup, we only have men come down.
I'm not
Julie
sure
watches the
anymore.
German version.
But
By
there's a
the way.
German version and English version. It's the exact same. It looks the same in the studio. It's just a
Yeah,
different language and different hosts.
yeah.
No, I think it's all men. Now I'm not sure anymore. No, I think
Oh,
you're right. It's all just a
yeah,
lineup
it's
of
all
women and then
yeah, and then it's the man comes
yeah.
down. Do they? Oh, okay. Oh, that was really loud. Sorry, my voice went really high pitched. Do they have the no likey, no lighty catchphrase on yours?
No, they say what do they say? They say like uh something
Oh,
with a lamp.
oh, okay.
Like, because they hit the button and then the lamp goes out, and then that means they don't want the man anymore, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Is that the same for you? Yeah.
yeah. So he
It's
says
like it rhymes in German, but if I say it now in English, that doesn't make any sense. Like, it rhymes
they
in
can say
German.
it in German.
I don't even remember. See, I
Okay,
haven't
that's fine.
stupid studying in the UK. I haven't seen the show in so long. I actually miss it.
That's fine. It's just interesting because, like, I wondered what the catchphrase was because every time the guy, he's like, a guy's gonna come down, he's like, no, no, like it, no, like it. He's I don't know where he's from. I think he's from up north. It's great. He's great, but
Yeah, so
yeah.
the man comes down in a tube elevator. It's very dramatic. Not
And
then
it comes down to the music of their choice as well.
yeah, they
So
choose the music. So sometimes
yeah.
it's very cringe, and sometimes it's like, oh, okay.
Oh my god, it's super cringe most times. And like they
Yeah.
try to dance. I'm like, no one told
Yeah.
you to do that. Like you actually decided that yourself. But I love the commitment. I love the enthusiasm. I think it's great.
Honestly. And then yeah, the women are in like a semicircle, and the man stands next to the host in front of them.
Yeah.
And
And
then
that's the first round.
yeah, he introduces himself and
It's
says
like,
his
I'm
name and
John
his
from Cardiff. I'm
yeah.
26.
And then they can hit the buzzer the first time,
Yeah.
just on the first impression.
Just first looks, first impressions. If they don't like them, then lights off. That means the women don't want you, and then the man has the rest of the women who's got the lights on to choose who they want. I think it's so embarrassing when all the lights go off in the first impression. That's so sad.
Oh my god, that is sometimes someone comes down and I'm like, okay, this guy no one's gonna want. And then there's like no one votes him out, everyone wants him, and I'm like, do I just not have the type of the majority of women on this planet?
I
Like,
really
I'm
feel
trying
like
to say this and like I'm so different. Like genuinely, sometimes I'm like, okay, no one's gonna want this, and then yeah, I don't know.
I mean, some people just subvert expectations, but
I think I just don't have the type of men that go on these reality TV shows. I think that's my
probably
yeah.
I just don't have a type. I tried to narrow it down the other day to my friend.
Yeah.
I was like, I like rough looking white men and like pretty black boys. And I was like, no, but I don't. I just like I just like what I like. I like energies. I like people.
I like
Yeah.
person. I think most of the time I have a personality like kind of type more than a
Than a
looking
physical
one.
appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I find that your physical appearance just attached to your personality works regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then for us in Germany, there's like they show a video clip of him in his everyday life, like his hobbies or his
Yeah.
house or whatever. Do you have the same?
Mm. Yeah, sometimes. So it depends. It like sometimes it'll just have like a family friend just talking, or it'll be like this is my job, or it'll be like a workplace thing, or it'll be like a
Yeah.
hobby thing.
Yeah. So just a little further introduction in their life.
Yeah, and if you like have no interest. But some of these women, yeah, I think they don't press the button in the first round just to be nice. And then they press the button and then the host be like, oh, why did you turn off your light? And they'll be like, oh, because he said he liked baked beans. I don't like baked
Yeah,
beans.
yeah. Oh my god,
I'm
I
like,
hate when they
what
do
the heck?
that. I hate
Yeah.
when he's like, "Oh, my favorite food is, I don't know, fries or like chips,"
Yeah.
and then they're like, "I don't eat chips." It's like, okay, but you don't have to
Okay,
eat.
but it's so irrelevant to your life. Like, why do you care about that? Like, oh, I just don't like a guy who likes baked beans. It's like, shut up. Why are you doing this?
Yeah,
Like,
probably
you
they
don't
just
like
don't want to say, "I don't find him attractive."
exactly. Just turn
Yeah,
off your button from the get go, and then you could, like, it's not that serious. Not everyone's gonna be attracted to everybody. It's not a thing. You're not universally pretty or good looking. It's not a standard that you have to oblige to.
yeah. And then the third one is either they show a talent like live in front of them or not a video clip for us.
Mine's the same as well.
Yeah, and when they do talents, I'm always like, no, don't do it. It's always embarrassing.
Because it's so bad.
It's always
It's like,
cringe.
It's
No.
so cringe. I'm like, why are you doing that? Why is this a thing? Why is this happening?
Oh my god. Anyway, and then if there's any left, any women that haven't pushed the buzzer by after the last round, then he gets to choose 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he can, that's when the man can choose. So let's say there's 5 women, then he goes and turns off the lights of the women that he doesn't want, and then there's 2 left that he likes.
Yeah.
And then they have to answer a question that he asks them, like, I don't know, what would you go do on a first date or whatever.
Yeah, what's your best pickup line? What's this or something? And then they have to give their best answer, and then he picks from those 2. I
Yeah.
think they're cringe as well. This whole show is just cringe, but it's great. But it's cringe in the best way. Like
But do you
I
also
couldn't do
have
it.
that the women stick around? Like, it's the same lineup of women every week, except of course the one that got a date.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Until it's
that's
like a new season.
yeah.
But sometimes there's women that's been there for a time, and he's like, "Oh, you're still here, love." Like that's so
Yeah,
bad,
it's
man.
so funny.
And some women just like keep their light on for everyone, just hoping to get a date, and they just never do. And I'm like, that's so sad. Imagine that's you.
Yeah.
I could not. But some
But
women are really picky. How are you on a whole dating show on TV and be that picky?
I don't know, but this one's kind of fun because it's like low key, it's casual, it's not like,
It's not serious. Yeah, you're not gonna find
it's
a husband.
only one evening. It's not like you're there for 3 weeks.
Where did you guys go in Germany? Like because he's like, you're going to the island of Fernando, whatever that is.
Oh, they just go in a restaurant and have a date, but they never say at the restaurant, I think.
Oh.
They go into a limousine and then there's a camera in the limousine, right? And then when they walk into the date, but then they don't actually show the date, so they have some alone time.
How is it? They do for us. They go to a whole like resort thing, and then they do different dates, whatever's planned out. So they have a date and then they have a dinner together, and it's filmed.
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of sweet, and it's filmed, and then they decide if they want to see each other or not. And then they did like a reunion thing at one point. I didn't watch
Oh,
it
that's cool.
Yeah, but I didn't watch it because it's like every like couple of that season who went on a date, they would like link up.
Yeah.
But I didn't really watch that. And now they've introduced this new thing.
Probably
they,
this is what did you want to say? Sorry, go on.
Sorry, it's alright. They introduced this thing where like the guy looks at all the women, and then he writes down the name of the woman that he finds the most attractive. And then by the end, yeah, it's mad. And then by the end, when he picks the girl who he wants to be with, Paddy's like, "Oh, do you want to know who he wrote down to the girl?" He asked the girl, "Do you want to know who he wrote down as his favorite?" And then most women say yes. And if it's not them, they get so offended. They're like, "Oh my god, like how could you do that to me?" But it's like it was pre the lineup, so it's like I just think that bit's messy. I think they really try to like
That's good for drama.
Yeah.
I don't think the show needs it though. It's good the way it is.
That's what I thought. So when they started doing that, I really just stopped watching it as much.
I think they want to compete with, like, of course, Love Island and Too Hot to Handle and also Love is Blind. They're very like drama based. You don't watch them because you're like, ooh, are they gonna go get together or not? You watch them because you want to see people fight and get mad and scream at each other and cry. I was about to say, I think Take Me Out is like one of the most realistic ones where it's just like you like this person and you go on a date, nothing more, nothing, like you don't pretend it's like the love of your life and you're gonna
serious. Yeah. It's just I fancy you, so let's see where this goes. So it's
if
nice.
I had to choose, I would go on that one.
Yeah, I feel like out of all the dating shows, it's wholesome, more wholesome than any of them because it's so like cringy and just goofy.
It's also like lighthearted, like you know. And so also you don't, because Take Me Out is like not everyone watches it religiously like Love Island, so you're not gonna get death threats on social media if you go on it.
No, another one who's wholesome. We didn't even mention this in the lineup. I just randomly thought of it. Have you ever seen First Dates?
I think it's in Germany as well, but I never watch it because it's kind of boring. But it is wholesome. You're right. Is it like a restaurant and then people go there and it's like a blind date, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that those are wholesome as well because it's just like genuine people just eating, talking. But they
Yeah.
do this. They're now introduced like a teenage one, and I'm like, why? Like weird. I don't really want to see kids date, but then it's actually quite interesting. So I can't knock it.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
But it's also like why? But that's another wholesome one. But yeah, that's those ones. And then
Yeah.
do you hot
So let's
toddy or Love Island?
mm, should we leave Love Island for last because it's the most to talk about, I feel like.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Too Hot to Handle came out last year, gracing us with something to watch during COVID
Who are you?
first round. Also, like Love is Blind, it was like, wow, there's a reality TV show to watch. I'm at home, I'm depressed, we can't go out, there's a virus killing everyone, so it was
Yeah.
great. Um, Everyone was like, this is kind of a Love Island knockoff, but what I thought was cool is that they invited people from everywhere. Like there was
From around the
Australian,
world.
Canadians, UK, Ireland, of
Yeah.
course, all English speaking, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
This year it changed because there's a French man from Paris, which is
Oh,
spicy.
okay. That
Yeah.
was lovely.
And sometimes he speaks French and they're all like, huh? And I understand it. Well, they put subtitles. But
You're like, I speak 4 languages. I
oh
understand.
my God. But it's just funny, like he's flirting with this girl in French and then she's just like, what? So it's,
I'm so
yeah.
done. Do you know what? He can say whatever he wants to me. If he's cute, I'll be like, uh-huh. Okay,
That's
take me
literally
daddy.
the girl he's in there with. That's literally her. She was like, I don't know what he's saying.
But take
But
me
he's cute.
anyway.
Yeah, so Shania hasn't started the second season.
No, because it's so bad that I was like, one season was enough. But I told Julie, like, if it gets juicy, let me know, because then I'll watch.
I
But
think so. Let me just let's quickly explain what it's basically Love Island, but they can't touch each other, they can't kiss each other,
they
they
can't
can
do any
cuddle,
sexual
they're allowed to
things.
cuddle, but no heavy petting, no sex, no
No dry humping,
masturbating.
nothing. Just you got to affirm that, and they're all so good looking that that's why it's so irresistible.
Yeah, but they say like they're very sexual people, like they sleep with someone new every week, and that's
Yeah,
why
they
it's
just
hard for them.
they have high libidos and shit, like self controls and a thing.
But
But
yeah,
anyway,
every time they break a rule, they lose money.
yeah, and it's like a
Um,
lot of money as well. It's not even like a little, it's a lot.
but
And they all share that money. So
the gag is that last year and this year they went on this reality TV show, and they thought it was like a like reality TV show where they just go to like get filmed partying, and
yeah,
but then they get on it, and then surprise, you are not allowed. You're on Too Hot to Handle, you're not allowed to touch each other, and that's the funny part because they're like, oh my
oh
God,
my
no.
god, what? Like it's not in your contract. Oh my god, we're doing what? Oh, it's like okay.
And then every year, this year and last year, there's always these two people that just don't care
No,
and
I
lose
hate
money
it
for everyone else.
so much. Don't fuck with my money. I'm sorry. Like I'm not like a biggest like money person. It's just when there's a group thing and we all have the same goal, a collective mindset. Why would you fuck with that? I hate it so much. I would actually stab them. Like why would you fuck with my money just to touch each other? You could just wait. You could wait just a little bit.
And I want to say it's only 10 days. It's not like
It's
half a
not.
year.
It's like you cannot masturbate for time in it. Like it's not that serious. You cannot kiss someone for 10 days. It's never that
It's
serious.
okay. You'll survive. Like,
Yeah. Like you're not gonna die. For how much is the money again? I forgot. Like 100K.
yeah, it was 100K. And then I think at the end, they was reduced to so much. But then they end up getting some because the whole point of the show is to form actual emotional connections instead of just being sexual and seeing a person in a
Yeah.
sexual way, which
And
it's a cute idea.
and like self discovery or some shit because that's what they
Yeah.
did with like the camps and stuff. As well, last year the only guy that I found attractive was the one guy that didn't want his money to be fucked with, and I was like, yeah, I fuck with you heavy. The Jesus.
Oh yeah, I remember him. He was like, why? I want this money. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember last year I liked the girl from Essex. What was her name? Chloe. I liked her. She was funny.
Yeah.
And then I strongly disliked Francesca and Harry.
Francesca, she was like a Kim Kardashian knockoff, as they kept
It was
saying.
so problematic. And now she's like super famous. She has like 2 million on Instagram. And I'm like, why do we continue making stupid people famous? Like, I don't.
I don't know. But like the fact that her and Harry was a thing, I'm just surprised she found Harry attractive because he was so little.
Listen,
Like,
this year and last year, there's these like, so Harry was last year. This year, there's also like, they look about, okay, this is stupid for me to say, but they look about like 18.
yeah.
And all these women, these grown women are like, yeah.
Yeah, he's like this cute. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's my thing for older men, but like I
No, but
genuinely
there's
can't
these
see
other
it.
men. I remember last year there was this other guy that was more attractive. Like there was a few guys that were more attractive and
Attractive than Harry.
were
Like
more mature.
he looked
Yeah.
like
He
your
still had pimples
local
on his face. Like there's
ginger.
nothing wrong with pimples, but I'm just saying he was.
But he's a little boy. He's a little boy. Like I don't understand.
And it's the
Literally.
same this year. So this year it's Cam, and he's also like he looks like a young man. Like I'm like there's other guys that are like the French guy from Paris. Like he's more attractive. Who else is there this year?
I
There's
don't know.
definitely other people that I would find more or think they're more attractive, but yeah, the women were all over for him, and I was like, But this year is really funny because this year the guy said, one of the guys, the Cam guy said, "Oh, but I don't care anyway because the money is split in the end in it like that because he's British."
Okay, so always has to be the British ones. Why were they both British? Like British people, we like our money. I don't understand why this man is British and moving this way.
Yeah, so he said, "Yeah, it's getting split anyway, so I don't care. So I'm just gonna do whatever I'll want to." And then the little robot Siri thing comes out, and she's like, "Actually, this year the money's only gonna go to one couple or one person. I don't remember." So they're all like, "Fuck, fuck, fuck." So it's spicy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I appreciate that.
But
Like I genuinely, they don't deserve any of them. The people who fuck up the thing for everybody, they really don't deserve the money.
exactly.
So
So
we
yeah,
both agree that we would just not do anything with anybody.
I just feel like I get because they only invite people that are like partying every week and like sleep with another like so that's not like it's not me anyway.
Same.
But if I would go there and they were like, the point of this is to build an emotional connection with someone, I'd be like, yeah, that's sounds great.
Cool. Like yes, like I'm so tired of having meaningless sex. Give me a guy that I can have a connection with. Why is that not a thing that people say? Why is it so hard?
Also, if you remember in the first season when people were actually, because remember there was the lady with the kid.
Who was the lady with the kid? Oh, the black girl.
What was her name?
Oh my god, and she could have gone with that fine looking guy who kind of looked like Tom Hiddleston, but like mature. Oh my god.
No, but she started dating the other black
guy. Yeah.
So when they were building like
oh, he was fine too.
Oh, her name was Rhonda, no? Yeah, her name was Rhonda.
Something so. And then the white guy, I don't remember. He was fine. He was
fine. David.
No. David. Oh my god, David. He was English.
He was nice looking, and no one went for him. And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Nobody went for him. I was like, "What the hell?" And I was like, "Oh my god, he's so good looking." And then, but he went for the black guy. He was good looking too, but David.
But yeah, when they started building a connection, they got rewarded, and they were allowed to kiss without breaking the rule. So in my head, if I was on, I'd be like, "Okay, if I'm just playing the game right, I'll be rewarded with." Some kind of physical contact anyway.
Yeah, a little intimacy. With me, my love language involves intimacy and physical touch. So like I get it, but also no, because I don't know you. And if I'm just getting to know you for 10 days, 10 days is not a long time to be with someone.
They have to fully sleep in a bed with strangers. I would die. I would be like, what?
Yeah, like no thank you. I don't want to do that. Like I generally don't like what if I need to fart? What if I roll over? What if I snore? What if I dribble? Like, there's so many things that I just don't want to do in front of a stranger. And for 10 days, that's not a long time to
also, they're allowed to cuddle. Like, cuddling is not a rule break. So I like cuddling a lot anyway. So I'd be fine.
Yeah, I don't mind resting on your shoulder. It's still like I can caress you.
Also, they're like an island, like a beautiful island in a beautiful villa. Like there's a sea and a beach. There's so much to do to distract you
Mm,
from the fact that you're not having sex. So like,
yeah, there's so many great things around you other than like the physical attention of somebody else. Imagine being on that beautiful ass beach and it's all to yourself. There's no tourists, there's no nobody like
yeah, so
just
good.
having that.
But yeah, we're the wrong people. They would never
We're the
ask us
wrong
to go
people
on
for
the
the
show.
show. Me as a viewer gets frustrated. I can't imagine myself being there.
So yeah,
I
you
wouldn't
need to watch this year because this guy Cam. So he has like, oh, what's her name? But it's a new Francesca and Harry basically.
But then you just
And
want me to get angry, Julie. Like I don't want to watch these people.
after 3 days, he's like, oh, I have blue balls so bad. Like, and then he goes to the girl and he's like, I think you need to.
Isn't
Um,
that a myth?
I don't know. Like this guy is about 12 in the head. Like, I'm sorry, but
He's a little
he's like,
boy.
I
Like
think you need to give me a hand job under the blankets. And she's like, no, I promised the girls I would be fine because she like kissed him 3 times. Like they had enough rule breaks, so she had to promise the other girls she would be good.
oh, is she like a girl's girl?
Well, and then he goes to the guys, and then he's
Mm.
like, guys, I can't take it anymore. Like it's just so bad. I'm just gonna have to masturbate in the shower. Can you just look out so no one walks in? And then I promise I won't do anything anymore. I just need this. And I'm like, how little of self-control do you have?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like I just hate people. I think that's that. Like they would hire people like that on purpose as well because they know that's what the viewers want. That's what the ratings
Yeah.
get. Like
But I
someone to
think you
say
should watch it. I think you would enjoy it. You would get angry though.
I would just. Do you know what? If I have nothing to do and like I'm waiting for something or I'm doing something random, then
Yeah,
sure.
just wait till the whole season is out because they just released 4 and they're gonna release the rest on Wednesday.
Okay, cool. Because
Yeah.
I would just like skip through it because I think I did that with the other one anyway. I just skimmed it. But
Yeah.
so that's that.
Okay.
Now
Let's
for the
go.
finale, Love Island, which is coming out Monday, tomorrow, literally.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, let's talk about it.
Every day again. It's so much commitment.
Oh my gosh, should we do like a weekly recap of our
Yeah, we
thoughts?
should totally.
We should totally. Okay, cool.
Sorry for the
I'm
Luxembourgish
excited.
viewers. You have to wait till the German version comes out. The German version happened like in March, I want to say.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was the German version, and then they're gonna have another one later, I think in September.
Ah, they still. I think they're still in the USA one, and now they have a Nigeria one.
Oh, and they have an
Yeah.
Australian one, and maybe there's more we don't know of.
Maybe, but it's interesting. I only have watched the UK one. Like
I have to
the
say the UK one's usually better than the German one. I don't know why. I think English people just
yeah, but
I
just
don't know.
nasty and messy. and just and just messy.
But I know
actually.
Shania is excited for Love Island because she hated the last one where everyone
I
was like each
fucking
other.
hated it. I hated it so much. Excuse my language. I hate it so much. Like it was so dry. The thing about these shows, right? The purpose is for you to be messy and drama filled. It's meant to be trash TV on purpose. So why are you giving me kumbaya bullshit?
It was
for
so
the rest of
wholesome.
the
I was like,
season?
wow, this is the complete opposite
It
of
was
usually.
so dry. I was just like, I hate this. And Gina's like, no, I love it. It's great.
I was just like, it's so peaceful.
Look at these healthy relationships on screen. I was like, go fuck that. It's so boring.
But remember the one before with what's her name? Greg and Amber.
Yeah, that was
And
the
now
best season of
and now
Island.
Amber goes around being like, I'm the only sole winner of Love Island.
I wish that Greg didn't get the envelope at the end. I wish she did and then just kept all the money. Like everyone would have called her a bitch and all that, but like honestly, he did not deserve 25K.
Oh my god. And then when Callum who was she with? What was his
Michael?
name? Yeah, when Michael didn't come back, like came back with someone. Oh my god.
With Joanna.
Oh my god.
That
And then
broke
with
my heart.
Ovi, the legend, the only likable character in there. him and Amber.
Molly May and Tommy were on that as well, innit?
Oh my god, Mora, iconic.
Mora, I have a love-hate thing for her.
She's so problematic, but she's so entertaining.
She is so entertaining, but I don't think she's that entertaining as everybody made it out to be. Like for her getting all these opportunities that she did get, which is I think is worthy. I just don't think she's that great.
But on the show, she made it really entertaining.
Yeah, on the show she made it entertaining, but like
I don't care about her now.
Yeah, no. It's like I don't really care.
She was really good though. I saw some clips of her on what's the dancing show?
Dancing on Ice or Strictly Come Dancing.
Yeah, she was really good though. That's all. I just saw some clips and I was like, damn.
Oh, fair. Good for her, to be fair. And You One Day, oh, I love You One Day. You One Day, babes. Shout out to You One Day. Because
she was so under. Can we just talk about how Love Island always casts the most ethnic they cast is like one.
Oh my god, I did the same this year too.
Where's the Asians? We don't know them. Where's the like?
We don't know them.
Like Pakistani, Indian, but there was like Nas that one year.
Yeah, and he was like
I don't know. It's just kind of bland. I just wish there was more
diversity. Like this year, have you seen the cast? There's like 3 blonde women, and I'm like,
and they look the same.
They look the same. They're like 2 of them are sisters and one of them's not. Like, but like I would think all of them are sisters, not in the real
like 2 sisters and a cousin. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, literally. And I was like, why?
I don't know. I just feel like how interesting would it be if you had like, because London, like, okay, maybe not the whole of UK, but London is so diverse.
Melting pot. Like, I'm so confused with ITV's casting. Had they not seen who is their PR team? Because it's just
I think probably other ethnicities that apply, they're not a size 6 or 4.
Maybe.
So.
And they're not like entertaining enough. But like it's setting up all these minorities for failure like immediately, because even in this preview for this season, when they're like, oh, my type is this, that, and a third, no one says
the girls always say dark, tall, but they don't mean
black.
When they say dark, they mean like
tanned.
Yeah, like a Spanish guy. Do you know what I mean?
Like, yeah, like and then they end up with blonde men. Like, I don't understand. It's just, what is the point in getting these ethnic minorities when you have nobody assigned for them? And then for some reason, they end up staying to near the end, but then don't end up with anybody anyway. So it's like, you keep them
There's always this one person that never gets anyone, and then it's just being kept in the show because everyone feels bad for them.
But it's like, what's the point? Like, that was Anton. I forgot what year.
Yeah, but I really don't like him. He's so cringy.
I don't know who likes him. Him and Belle confused me because they're just so polar opposites. Like,
she was also too good for him. I was like, why?
Yeah, she's so pretty, and it was like, I am so confused by this relationship. She's so like aggressive, and he's so like sensitive. So it was really a confusing pairing.
Yeah, and then. Yeah, they cast someone now that has a leg. Oh my god, English.
It's okay.
You know, when you got your knee, like from your knee down, you get your leg cut off, and then you get a
prosthetic leg.
Yeah, I think he has a prosthetic or something. I read that he's disabled, but like. Physical, like you can see it, and then I think I read that he's a prosthetic. So they're like, Love Island right now is patting themselves on the back, like, hell yeah, diversity.
Oh my god, diversity!
A white handsome man with a prosthetic. We did it, guys.
We accomplished. They have one Asian girl, one black guy, and they said.
Do they even have an Asian girl?
I mean, she's allegedly Asian. I think people are complaining because she's Asian and she's on the show, and she's like, I think they assume she's Muslim. And she shouldn't be like showing her skin or something. Like, I think, because that's what outrage is going on online right now.
Oh my god. There's also a lot of outrage because literally 2 people have killed themselves after they were on the show, and people are like, should we maybe stop?
Not do this? But no.
And as entertaining as Love Island is, I think I might agree. Because, after like 2 people killed themselves, and then also Caroline Flack killed herself, like not directly because she was the host of Love Island, but I mean still.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
It's
maybe.
kind of like it's getting a bit too coincidental,
I
like
don't know. But
too
apparently they have
coincidental.
like a therapist that like talks to them after the show now and like preps them on social media hate. But also, first of all, why are people going into comments? Like, so me and you always like gossip about these people. Like, we say really nasty shit. Like, we have to be honest. We're like, what the fuck? But the
Yeah,
energy to take that to someone's profile and commented it
yeah,
on, it's like, why?
it's weird to me because like no, your opinions are not as solicited as we say during a podcast, but like nobody actually cares. So why are you doing that to someone just to make them feel bad? Like, who are you to tell someone that they're ugly or they're fat or they're unlikable or undateable? Who are you to say they're a horrible person? You don't know them. Like, what the fuck is wrong
I
with you?
just
Like,
don't understand why do you think you need to go and
yeah,
comment you're so
why was
fat
that your
or
thing?
whatever?
Yeah, like why was that in your heart to be like, I'm gonna tell this person that they're
Just
ugly?
tell it to your friend and be done with it. Or like, I
Yeah,
don't
like
know.
nobody needs like that person who you're telling that to. What did you accomplish today? Like, when you did that, do you feel better about yourself? Like, what was
I
the
don't
aim?
know. Do you
What's
think
the
it's I don't
motivation?
know who these people are that do it. Like I was like,
Weirdos.
I don't know. Some
People are weird. I don't understand people. Like, I
and
genuinely
then
in my heart,
people
but
get and then like these influencers turn off their comments and then people are like, why did you turn off the
why
comment? It's
did
like
you
for my
do
mental health. Like literally, like leave me alone.
It's the thing, it's like, oh, you put yourself in the public, so you should be able to handle what you put yourself out there. And it's like, no,
Yeah,
I should
criticism, like, oh, I think what you said
was
wasn't
bad.
right. Yeah, but
Yeah.
not you should kill yourself, you ugly
Go
fat
for yourself.
C word.
Like, I can't even, like, people who do all of that, go get a life. You are so weird and so sad. You sad little person. It's
If you
just,
have nothing nice to say, then
don't say it
don't
at
say it.
all. Or say it to your friend. I'm sure your friend will laugh, maybe. Like, I don't know. I don't know why your friend will laugh at you telling someone to go kill themselves. I don't know why that's a thing. I don't know why people feel
Why
they
do
have
you
the
want
privilege.
why would you say do you really want like people that say that, do they actually want that
You
person
want
killed?
that
Like,
to
you know what
happen.
I mean?
Yeah. Like, that's not a thing that people say, you know? Like, I don't go, oh, Julie, go kill yourself. Like, what the hell? Why would I say that?
There's like strange people on this planet.
This is strange people on the internet. But
But
anyway,
yeah,
how I would navigate Love Island, I feel like I would just partner up and stay partnered up. I
it's
don't think,
always the chance of winning when you were a couple from day one, or at least getting to the final, is really high.
yeah, then you
Yeah.
switching and bobbing and weaving throughout.
Yeah.
Like, but Amber got the sympathy vote.
Yeah. It's either you get dumped and then people are like, oh, now we want you to win, like the kind of underdog
Yeah,
or like victim thing.
yeah.
Or you win because you've been from day one together and people just like to see.
Like, you guys, I really
Yeah.
feel like Tommy and Molly thought they had it in the bag
But people
from the
hated Molly for
get-go.
no reason. They just hated her to hate
No,
her. And I'm
she
like,
was messy. She was messy. That hoe was messy. She's not her, sorry. She was
I feel
messy.
like there was girls on there that were way worse. I don't know.
Only Mora, like,
You
I
remember
don't.
Lucy?
Lucy was disgusting. Nobody liked Lucy. Everyone hated Lucy. Well, I think women hated Lucy and men just like wanted to fuck her, so they didn't care.
He is the ultimate I'm not like other girls girl. And
I'm not like other girls. I do surfing. Like,
surf.
I
I'm a
surf.
model.
I'm not like other girls. Like,
Uh,
I
I
like
can't
talking
be
to lads.
friends with girls. I can only be friends with guys.
Like, just shut up. Shut up. I hate pick me girls. I think like they're the worst people.
Anyway, wish her the best. No negative.
don't we didn't. We're not. Don't go fight her in the comments, guys. Don't do that. But she's just like the worst. I just
No,
think,
yeah, I would
and
be the
she's
same.
Luke, innit?
I would probably be like you. I would partner up and then But in reality, I would probably be that person that doesn't find anyone either, because I can't find anyone to connect, because on these shows,
Yeah, it's
there
really
has
hard.
not been a man that I find attractive physically and personality wise, because they're all the same. Let's be honest.
You think so? I did find Ovi really attractive, and then I found
Oh,
Greg really attractive. That's
but
weird.
Greg I liked, but then maybe he put on a show for the.
Oh,
I
100%.
like the
And
personality wise, but I don't like really buff, like muscular
neither do
dudes.
actually. I don't know. It depends on the guy. But
No, but
I
like
don't
really like
know.
big, like broad shoulders, and like
Yeah.
I really don't like it.
Oh, I like Doritos, so I
Yeah,
think
no,
I'll
I
go
don't.
for
So
that.
I don't know why. Probably because I would feel bad about my shape because they're so in shape.
Oh, sweetness. You're great. You
I
have
don't
a
know. I
great
just
shape.
don't like it. Yeah.
Huh. No, I don't know.
I
Greg,
feel
I
like
do.
it
I think
wouldn't
I only liked him
be.
because of his accent.
Do you think it'd be nice to cuddle if everything's like really hard for muscles?
Yeah. Well, no, it wouldn't be as great as like a guy with less muscles, but I don't
See.
know. I feel like sex would be great though.
Oh my god.
Sorry. No, just to put it out there. Like I feel like it
Would
would
you
be like
would you do anything more than kissing on a like reality TV show?
hell to the no. I
Same.
grew up with dignity and grace. And my mother would kill me. My mom would be like,
Even the
Chanel,
making out is so awkward. Like I
it's
don't want
so
the whole country to
awkward.
see my tongue going into someone else's throat.
I first of all, tongues are weird for me anyway. I have a thing about tongues. I don't really like them too tough. Like j- just French kissing is just so weird to me. Like I think it's just not it. Like a little bit, no, genuinely, like a little bit goes a long way. Like I don't understand people who just go straight with your tongue. Like what are you doing?
Hmm.
What are you doing?
I
Why are
like
you
tongue when it's with my long-term boyfriend.
Fair enough. I've never had an affinity for it. Like I just think it's so
Huh.
weird. Like and it really, it's like why are you trying to lick the insides of my mouth?
It's so true though. What are we actually doing? How did humans evolve into like
It's tongues. Like it's
smashing the tongues together?
weird. It's like
Yeah.
you're trying to give me oral with your tongue. Like
But
it's
anyway,
so
even I feel like
weird.
even that would be super awkward, like seeing yourself do that on TV. But
On
I would still,
TV.
that would be my limit.
But like most of them do that as well. Most of them just go for like I've seen it so many times on Love Island where they just go ah. Like that's
And then
I
you
hope
hear the
you can imagine what
sound,
I'm doing.
and I'm like, please, Love Island producers, we don't need to hear the sound of
I
them.
don't need the sounds. Like the microphones are right there, and it's like
No.
ew, stop. No, thank you. I'm okay. Honestly, give me a peck. Like that's fine on TV. But
Okay.
then again, most of their games involve kissing each other, which also
Yeah,
I
they
find
need to stop
disgusting.
on Love Island. They need to stop the games that involve food. It's disgusting.
It's gross. Or kissing everybody. Like I'm
The one
surprised
where they
none
have
of
to
these
like
hotels
transport like milk or whatever into the
each
no.
other's mouths. I couldn't do it. I'd refuse. And then I'd be like, they would be like, no, you have to place in a contract. I'd be like, no, I actually refuse. That disgusts me. Any noise of gagging makes me throw up.
Yeah.
So
Let's close it off with like you rate the 4 in your top, like from 1 to 4. 1 being the best.
okay. So the best has to be Take Me Out because it's just so wholesome. It's fun. Like I could watch that repeats. I could watch the same episodes as well. It's great. And then Love Island. Then Love is Blind and then Too Hot to Handle.
Okay.
What about you?
Me, I need to think.
Okay.
I need to think. I think I think Love Island might be on top because I have like 2 versions to watch. Like I watched the German one and the UK one, and it's all very entertaining. And it's just iconic because it's been around for so long. So, you know.
Yeah.
And like the first 2 seasons are so iconic, like whatever. And then I think Take Me Out because I really love it. And I think it's so underrated. I don't know why more people don't watch it.
Yeah.
And then Too Hot to Handle, then Love is Blind.
What?
I don't know. Like Love is. I think they take the same spot. I want to wait till Love is Blind season 2 comes out.
Fair enough. Before you can measure it, I get
No,
that.
I think Love is Blind is 3 and Too Hot to Handle is 4. Love is Blind was so messy. It was so good.
It was so good.
Yeah.
I was about
Yeah.
to say, like, Too Hot to Handle, really? Girl,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Thanks, guys. Also, shout out to Matt Hancock for his own Love Island journey that he's been going through this COVID, keeping us entertained on Twitter.
White man will be the death of this earth, but it's okay.
Yeah, but we move. Anyway, thanks for listening.
Thank you, guys. See you
Bye.
soon. Bye.